So every year we spitball trading day. What are the segments we'll throw out? What are the segments we'll keep? Backed by popular demand, Moneyball. So just look down the barrel and explain exactly what this segment does and is and how good it is as well, Joey.
Got thrown this one at me today. The Moneyball segment back. It's just basically looking at a player that is value for money. An opportunity for a club to get someone on the cheap with some value that could be a surprise. And I'll take a look at an example here of a player that we'll touch on that could be a value for a club in the premiership window, because this is for this season, their numbers. So there's Josh Dunkley, the comparison that I've got with him. Now, Josh Dunkley's just won a best and fairest
Josh Dunkley
in a premiership season and is at the peak of his powers. Now, I'm not saying the player on the left is at the level of Josh Dunkley, absolutely not. But what I'm getting at is this player could play a similar role, that defensive-minded big mid that can take care of the opposition's best player, tackle, pressure, win contest, and you can get him, I think, for nothing this year. And any suggestions on anything?
Ralphie, I'm just trying to pick out the silhouette there. You go first.
Well, it's not a Rao, because Rao averages 30.
Rao's...
Is it a row-bottom type? You know, good tackles, good contested, good score involvements.
Tom Atkins?
You're on the right type. You're on the right path. You're on the right path.
Hewitt? No?
Not quite. It's, for me, it's Jack Steele. So his name has been bandied around that, St Kilda have maybe asked him to have a look, and I know that the talk early is that he wants to stay. But for a club like an Adelaide Crows, the GWS Giants, who are in the market for Clayton Oliver, Essendon, even if Hawthorn, depending on what happens with Zach Merritt and Bailey Humphrey, if they don't get done, is it a risk-taking on a player who is that defensive-minded midfielder who can complement a midfield? Not just wonder whether his reputation got damaged a bit this year because everyone thought he's the captain, he's an All-Australian, he's a best and fairest winner. The expectations were higher. But if he goes to another club with lower expectations as a defensive mid, like an Atkins, like a George Hewitt, Dunkley, we see what the importance they play. He might be a steal because at St Kilda, I don't think are going to demand too much.
Steal by name, steal by nature.
Yeah. So Matt Rose of the Essendon list boss was asked today about him. He said, "We love great characters. We love blokes who can fill a specific role for him." So he's on $1 million maybe. Is it $300,000 in terms of leadership, and the rest is cheap as chips? We just spent 5 minutes talking about the scallywags there. So tell us about St Kilda. Tell us about this extraordinary avalanche of picks coming in and players coming in, maybe $4.5 million of cap space. Do you love it? How risky is it? Are some of those players on inflated money given the players they'll be replacing?
Well, I love that they're taking a risk because we've just spoken about all these teams at the top of the ladder and how are you going to catch them? And you've got to take some risks. And for me, I think what you've got to understand is when St Kilda look at this, they are projecting. So no one's saying that Tom De Koning has been better than Rowan Marshall over the last 3 or 4 years. But over the next 3 to 5 years, will Tom De Koning be a better ruckman than Rowan Marshall? I think yes. Same with Sam Flanders as an upgrade on a Jack Steele. Lecalier is one that, that's probably the biggest risk, the upside. Yep. We're not quite sure what level he'll get to. And I think Jack Silvani, what I saw of him playing as a defender, I think his best 5 years, 3 to 5 years are ahead of him as just a pure defender in the one spot. So they are projecting. That's what you've got to do. You've got to take risks. You've got to look ahead. And hopefully for St Kilda's sake it comes off. Time will tell. But at least I like the approach that they're being aggressive.
Has Sam Flanders got damage in his game? Because Kingy loves humic damage. I'm not sure if he's an accumulator or a tidy kick. Can he kick goals? Can he be someone who hits out? Max King laces out.
Well, I don't necessarily think with St Kilda that he has to do that because I think, again, it's going to complement the other midfielders. I think there's Zai Wanganeen-Miller is going to be that X-factor midfielder. Filippo's the big-bodied mid. They like a few of the other, Garcia and Boxall, a few of those sort of younger types that can play defensive. And to be honest, Sam Flanders has shown when he has played as an inside mid, his numbers are elite. Like, he was a top 10 rated player in the competition in 2024. He's versatile. He can play at half-back. He can play half-forward. So I think it is a good get from St Kilda. Again, they're looking ahead to what he can produce, and his best footy's still to come.
Macca, not many in the football industry with more experience than you. Graham Allen, the St Kilda list boss, is one of those. Now, before we comment on what was a fantastic little 5-minute vignette, here's Graham Allen today down at Marvel Stadium.
We'll go hunting again next year. Yeah.
So you got plenty of money?
Plenty of money, yeah.
Are you done, or is that it?
No, we're still going.
Enough money to splash on it.
I've got plenty of money to splash, yeah. I told you, we can go fishing. We can still go fishing, yeah.
So, Macca, he suggested that he recruited Jack Silvani, having not asked his dad, the list boss there, having not even made him aware of the fact that he'd recruited him, and then Rossi Lane came over the top. He said
it with a straight face, Ralphie. That was the best thing. It was typical Gubby. When he does his autobiography, I want the serial rights because it will be one of the greatest stories you've ever seen. We're not believing that, are we? Come on, Gub.
Nope.
You're better than that.
Nope.
All I will say, he's talking about. I love the fact that they're out there having a crack.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going to go. None of us know how it's going to go. But you know what? They're not going to die wondering. The fact that that was a statement from their Gubby today. He got to Marvel Stadium 30 minutes earlier than his scheduled time. He wanted to get there. He wanted to get in and make a statement, both to not just to the public out there, but he wanted to make a statement to the players out there that you can get, but also the other clubs who realise they're coming for my players this year and next year.